jump this time. Go Far and Nick the Brief now 9-2 co-favourites. Pharaoh's Lean 5, Vulcan Warrior on the same mark.
Come on!
And they're running. Big Sun comes to the first of the 19 fences over on the far side, on the near side. Forest Ranger. Forest Ranger just lands in the lead, all safely over the first. Mr. Parker landed a bit steeply in rear, but Forest Ranger leads from Vulcan Warrior and Brown Windsor and Nick the Brief and Big Sun, and then William Crump. Then Go Far on the inside. Behind Go Far is Weenish and Envopak Token, and then Pampering, and behind Pampering is Pharaoh's Lean, then Bishop Dale, and there it was Nick the Brief who landed in the lead. Nick the Brief from Forest Ranger and Vulcan Warrior on the inside, then Go Far and Big Sun, and they're followed by Brown Windsor and Weenish. Then Pharaoh's Lean with Peter Scudamore as usual going the shortest way on the inside over the third. And Malford Ladd jumped out a little bit slowly and is some way behind the remainder as they run down towards the water, with Forest Ranger leading them. Forest Ranger with Nick the Brief on the outside, Go Far between horses, all safely over the water and racing now towards the first of the ditches. Forest Ranger nearest to us, Go Far between he and Nick the Brief over on the far side, and they're all over that ditch. Go Far, Nick the Brief and Forest Ranger disputing it, ahead of Vulcan Warrior. Then Brown wins up. Malford Ladd somewhere behind the remainder as they race towards the second of the ditches. Forest Ranger, Go Far and Nick the Brief, these three almost matching strides, ahead of Vulcan Warrior 4, Brown Windsor 5. 6 is Envopak Token. Then comes Big Sun and Weenish and William Crump, and behind William Crump is Pampering, little gap to Pharaoh's Lean. Behind Pharaoh's Lean is Bishop Dale, and then Mr. Parker, and then Lord Murphy begin to run downhill. Forest Ranger on the inside, Nick the Brief on the outer. Between them is Go Far. Behind Go Far is Vulcan Warrior, then Brown Windsor, then Envopak Token and Pampering and Big Sun, and on the outside William Crump, and behind them Weenish, and then Pharaoh's Lean, and then Bishop's Dale and Mr. Parker, and then Lord Murphy over the 8th. Nick the Brief landed in the lead there over the 8th. They all jump it safely, though Malford Ladd's only just coming to it now, and he's just jumped it. So it's Nick the Brief as they come to the 9th, from Go Far and Forest Ranger and Brown Windsor and Vulcan Warrior and Envopak Token. Mistake there by Pampering. Big Sun comes next, followed by Weenish and Pharaoh's Lean, and Bishop Dale, William Crump and Mr. Parker, and Lord Murphy, and finally Malford Ladd. Nick the Brief coming to the 10th of the 19 fences in all, with Forest Ranger. Those two land up sides. Mistake there by Mr. Parker. Forest Ranger and Nick the Brief together. From in third, Vulcan Warrior, 4 Go Far, 5 on the inside is Big Sun, and then comes Brown Windsor, and then Envopak Token, and then Weenish is getting closer. Pampering is next, coming to the 11th now. Forest Ranger and Nick the Brief land together from Vulcan Warrior and Go Far. Envopak Token on the inside, Brown Windsor. Malford Ladd has been pulled up. Weenish is getting closer, but still 14 of them still going in this Sun Alliance Novices Chase as they run down towards the 12th. Nick the Brief, Forest Ranger, Go Far, Brown Windsor, and oh, Big Sun has gone there. Big Sun made a shocking mistake and went at that one. And it's Nick the Brief, the leader, as they come down to the water for the last time. Nick the Brief from Brown Windsor and Go Far and Forest Ranger on the inner. Then comes Envopak Token and Vulcan Warrior, and behind them Pharaoh's Lean. Then Weenish. Behind Weenish is Pampering. Third ditch now. Nick the Brief lands in the lead from Forest Ranger and Go Far. Pharaoh's Lean made a bad mistake there. Envopak Token and Brown Windsor are close to the pace as they come to the next. The 15th, Nick the Brief landed in the lead there. Nick the Brief now with the advantage from Forest Ranger. Then Brown Windsor in third, Go Far 4, 5 Envopak Token, 6 Valgan Warrior. This is the final ditch, 4 from home. Nick the Brief landed in the lead. Brown Windsor was second. Third is Envopak Token, 4 Forest Ranger, 5 Go Far. Gap then to Pampering. Running downhill now. Nick the Brief from Brown Windsor in second, Envopak Token third, 4 is Forest Ranger, 5 Go Far under pressure, then Valgan Warrior, Pharaoh's Lean and Weenish and Pampering. Running down towards the third last now in the Sun Alliance with Nick the Brief, who's been right up there from the outset, pressed on the inside by Brown Windsor. Envopak Token is third, Nick the Brief and Brown Windsor there. Envopak Token third, Forest Ranger comes next, then Pharaoh's Lean and Go Far. Racing down towards the second last, Nick the Brief, Brown Windsor, Envopak Token at the second last in the Sun Alliance. Nick the Brief lands in the lead from Brown Windsor second, Envopak Token third. Racing round the home turn now. And it's Nick the Brief, Envopak Token and Brown Windsor. These three have it between them now. Nick the Brief from Tom Costello being pressed on the outside now by Envopak Token, who's come to take it up. And it's Envopak Token and Peter Hobbs who's come to take it up at the final fence. Envopak Token lands in the lead from Nick the Brief on the far side. Envopak Token from Nick the Brief. Brown Windsor is third, racing into the closing stages. Envopak Token on the near side, Nick the Brief on the far side. Brown Windsor finishing fast. It's going to be close as they race towards the line. Envopak Token is going to hold them. Envopak Token has won it. Nick the Brief is second and Brown Windsor is third. That's the 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a photo for fourth with Go Far just beating Pampering. Fourth and fifth with 6 Weenish. And so the result of the Sun Alliance chase. First, number 6. Envopak Token, owned by Mr. Frank Arthur, trained by Josh Gifford and ridden by Peter Hobbs. Second was number 14, Nick the Brief, owned by Mr. J.R. Upson, trained by John Costello and ridden by Mr. Tom Costello. And third was number 5, Brown Windsor, owned by Mr. W. Shan Kidd and Mr. Michael Buckley, trained by Nicky Henderson and ridden by Michael Bilby. It was a photo for fourth between Go Far and Pampering, with Go Far probably just having beaten